Hey guys, just a reminder, if you want to hear all of these wonderful B Plus podcast episodes completely ad-free, make sure you head over to Patreon or Podbean, where we are the featured podcast this week. You can subscribe for as little as $1 a month up to $10 a month, where anything you want to help us with, it really helps out. It's going to help us grow the site. It's going to help us redesign some things, and everything that we get through this and through the advertising as well is all going straight back into the podcast so that we can get Aussie Graps out there for the rest of the world to hear about, for the rest of the world to see, so we can grow this mission of watch global, support local, and build indie wrestling. So if you want to be a part of that and get some really cool rewards like call-in shows, bonus episodes, ad-free like I mentioned, then head over to patreon.com/theb+ and subscribe today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Hold one. Andre.
You're not good at this. Get out. Let me tell you a personal story about Vince McMahon.
You just made the list.
Oh my God.
Sorry, no speak English.
Dummy. Goodbye and good night. Hold two. On bar.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Dummy. Yeah.
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
Hold three. Lamas covers. Three-handle family Gradunzo.
Mamma mia.
And now, Unchained.media presents the B Plus Podcast with your host, Greg Unchained.
It's me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin.
Number 4. Armbar.
I will never retire.
I still got 200 more. I got 200 more holes to list.
Alright, ladies, gents, and non-binary friends, welcome to another B Plus podcast. I'm your host, Greg Unchained. Today is Saturday. You know what that means. It's time for the View from the WWE Universe NXT Edition. Now, I am flying solo at the moment. Normally, I would be joined by Big Boy Mikey, although sometimes he is saying that he would normally be joined by me, but I'm doing things. Life gets crazy sometimes, and unfortunately, Big Boy Mikey's unable. We weren't able to line up this week, so I will be doing this one solo. It is currently 1 a.m. Saturday morning as I record this, and I will have to edit this to get it out in time for the morning release. So it's probably going to be a relatively quick one since I am flying solo, and it is so late. I just got back from Iron Fist Pro here in Adelaide. It was a really good show action-wise. There were a few things that didn't line up with the advertisements, which was a little odd, but I'll be talking to the promoter soon, and you can hear all about that on our Aussie Graps show, which comes out every Friday, so tune in for that one. But in the meantime, let's talk NXT, because that's what I'm supposed to do today. We'll start over in the UK. The NXT UK show started with Sid Scala and Johnny Saint arriving and announcing the main event of Walter and Pete Dunne vs. the Coffee Brothers, and of course that Kaylee Ray was going to be debuting on tonight's show. We then got a match between Wolfgang and Flash Morgan Webster, big guy versus quick guy. You know, always works, always a good dynamic. Ultimately, Wolfgang picked up the win. Then we get a promo of Cassius Ohno. This was really interesting to me. So I predicted that Cassius Ohno would end up going to the UK, and I predicted that he'll then go to whatever the next NXT is that gets set up. Cassius Ohno is a good hand. He's fantastic. And I really think this is the perfect role for him. I think it's a perfect fit, fits like a glove. So Cassius Ohno is coming to the UK. He cuts a promo about being more British than the British wrestling that is happening in NXT UK. You know, he has a better pedigree. He's worked in Britain and he wrestles that style and knows that style more than these guys. These guys are all tributes to Bret Hart, tributes to Shawn Michaels, and not actually great British wrestlers. It was a really good promo. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does over there, who he ends up tangling with. I hope he gets a couple of wins before they start using him in that traditional gatekeeper role. It would be really good to see him sort of rise up the brand and have a bit more impact there than he has had in NXT over in the States. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Cassius Ohno does over in the UK. We then get Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams, who are on a bit of a streak, going up against Tyson T-Bone and Saxon Huxley. They end up winning the match. It's a quick guy versus big guy match once again. And the quick guys win out this time. It's good. You can't always have the quick guys win out. So the fact that Wolfgang won the first one, because I was kind of pulling for Flash Morgan Webster. And then when Flash Morgan Webster lost, and then this match came out, I was like, oh, okay, Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams are going to go over, obviously, because you can't have the little guys beat the big guys all the time, or else then it means nothing. So, yeah, I really liked this match. It was a lot of fun. But, yeah, the characters, there's just not a lot to it yet at this point. But, I'm still... the UK is still in that phase where they're building. They're still getting us to know. I think that they lean a lot on the history of these guys and assuming that people have watched Progress, assuming that people have watched ICW and other promotions that these guys have worked for, and that's not always going to be the case. I've watched bits and pieces, of course. I know some of the bigger names, but yeah, an Amir Jordan, a Kenny Williams, I don't know a lot of their stuff. I really don't. So it's sort of, it's hit and miss sometimes with NXT UK. We then get a Ginny interview backstage. Ginny is someone whose work I'm really enjoying at the moment. She gets asked about Toni Storm, and she says she doesn't care about Toni Storm. She's coming for the title, all that sort of stuff. So it was really good. She plays the bitch role really well, and sort of tells the announcers off and leaves. And then we get a Noam Dar promo. So he comes out to the ring, cuts an in-ring promo, talking about, no one in NXT UK is ready to handle the Scottish Supernova. And out comes Mark Andrews, hits him with a kick. Noam Dar hits a powder, runs off. We're getting some more Noam Dar and Mark Andrews, which is pretty cool. Then we get, this was my favorite part of the show, to be honest with you. Xia Brookside has a backstage promo. She's at the Performance Center, so she's by the ring and talking to the camera. And she's talking about how, she's really proud to be a Brookside, how being that second-generation superstar means a lot to her, and how when she was a kid, being from a wrestling family was something that actually led to her being bullied, which... that's something that I saw in the Page movie as well, right? Fighting with My Family. I guess in the UK, school kids don't like wrestling, or wrestling families. So, yeah, she got bullied for being a Brookside. And as a result, she says she hates bullies. And there's one particular bully in the NXT UK that she wants to deal with, and that's Rhea Ripley. And I can see it. I can absolutely see it. Rhea Ripley plays that bully role to perfection, so... Rhea Ripley and Xia Brookside, it looks like they're going to have a feud moving forward. Then we get our women's match of the show, Kaylee Ray making her debut against Candy Floss. Candy Floss, one of my personal favorites. She's almost like the UK Blue Pants at the moment. She's just always there to take the loss when they need it. So Kaylee Ray picks up the win. Obviously, it's her debut match. They're not going to have her lose to Candy Floss, although, holy crap, that would make Candy Floss, right? If she was just to randomly defeat Kaylee Ray in her debut match, and everyone was hyping up Kaylee Ray, and here's Candy Floss, and she's lost to everyone so far. Every match she's had on TV, she's lost, and then, whoop, roll up, pin, 1, 2, 3, Kaylee Ray goes down. That would be amazing. Set up a nice program, but I don't think Candy Floss is even under contract, so, sign Candy Floss, push Candy Floss. Candy Floss is awesome. Kaylee Ray picks up the win. We then get a British Strong Style promo about the Dusty Rhodes Classic. I'll be completely honest with you, I did not get all of this promo because the kids were wanting food, and I have not had a chance to go back and watch it because I went out to Iron Fist Pro, and it's now 1 a.m. So this is all you get. BSS promo about the Dusty Classic. Then we get the main event, Walter and Pete Dunne. Not Dune, like my notes say. Walter and Pete Dunne taking on the Coffee Brothers, and it's coffee with a Y, not coffee with a double E. Why am I saying this? This is in my notes. You can't see it. I'm saying it correctly. The Coffee Brothers, they put up a good fight. There was a couple of really good spots in this match. Pete Dunne did the finger snap into Walter's double German suplex, which is amazing. Just the strength on these guys. It's pretty insane. Joe Coffey tried to use the title. Walter got busted open at some point. I must have missed that. I did not see how he got busted open, but he was bleeding from the bridge of his nose. And Walter gets the powerbomb and pins Mark Coffey. And then after the match, a little bit of shenanigans. After the match, he so the title, of course, was brought into the ring and was tried to be used. The title was on the ground. Pete Dunne goes to pick it up, but Walter steps on it. And Pete Dunne sort of backs up a little, and then Walter picks up the title and hands it to Pete Dunne. There's a bit of tension there. Pete Dunne and Walter, it's coming up. Very exciting stuff. Looking forward to that.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hey everyone, just want to take a second to tell you about one of our new sponsors, OUTBREAK NUTRITION. OUTBREAK NUTRITION are creating supplements for survival, sharper minds, quicker reflexes, all the energy you need to take your performance to the next level, whether that be on the field, in the gym, on the gaming field. That's right, they have specifically designed gaming supplements as well to help you focus on those late night sessions. They even sell coffee, you guys, at Outbreak Nutrition. You can get coffee pods, you can get coffee beans, you can get supplements for the bedroom as well if you want to enhance your performance there. These are performance enhancing supplements for every aspect of your life, specifically designed by gamers, for gamers, to stay fit and healthy in the gym, to stay sharp and focused on the game, and to dominate in all areas of life. So check out OUTBREAKNUTRITION.com, and for being a listener of our podcast, they will give you 10% off your order when you enter the code B+. That is BPLUS at checkout. So make sure, if you want to stay on top of your game, if you want to take your performance to the next level, OUTBREAKNUTRITION.com, enter the code B+ at checkout. Alright guys, just before we get started, I want to take a second to tell you about a game I've been playing on my iPhone. You can get it on iPhone, you can get it on Android, all their tablets and what have you. It is called the Muscle Hustle app. They are good friends of the show, and they were hooking us up with codes to sort of help you guys get ahead if you were to decide to play the game. But unfortunately, in the latest software updates with iTunes and what have you, the codes aren't working. So we're trying to get that fixed. But in the meantime, if you click the link in the show notes and download the Muscle Hustle, it's a fantastic game. It's you collect wrestlers and train your wrestlers up, all with unique individual gear and everything to raise them through the ranks from jobber to superstar to legend. You go around collecting the titles, and you can even play with your friends. So unfortunately, no leg up to offer you, but if you hit the link in the show notes, it will let them know that we sent you, and it'll help us out, it helps them out, and it helps you out because it's a really fun game to play. So check out the Muscle Hustle app on iOS, Android, and all your mobile devices. The link, of course, is in the show notes. Now let's take a look at what happened in NXT proper over in Florida. This one was mostly the Dusty Rhodes Classic matches wrapping up. So we got Mustache Mountain versus the Forgotten Sons to open the show. At some point, Steve Cutler does a chop block and to the back of Trent Seven's knee, and we see him start selling the old knee injuries. So that became the story of this match, working over that knee, working the knee injuries. Tyler Bates' strength is insane. When he gets in, he ends up getting both guys up on his shoulder in the fireman carry. Like, holy crap. Jackson Riker's at ringside. He gets involved multiple times, and Forgotten Sons pick up the win with an assisted inverted DDT. Now, Mustache Mountain were the real story of this match, but I have been ripping on Forgotten Sons for a long time. Chapo, our Patreon backer, will be very excited to hear that this was the first match of the Forgotten Sons that I actually enjoyed. Jackson Riker getting involved the way he did made it interesting. The working of the knee made it interesting. I still feel like it was probably all Mustache Mountain for the reason I enjoyed this match so much. But, you know, I did say going into the Dusty Classic that the Forgotten Sons, this is their chance to prove that they can carry. This is their chance to prove that they can do well. I predicted that they would get to the finals, and the only question would be, are they able to actually entertain? And I am happy to say that they have at this point, and so I'm looking forward to the final and seeing how that shakes out with the Forgotten Sons involved. Moving on, Matt Riddle gets interviewed about confronting Dream. He says that he just wanted to take a look at the North American title up close, and then he gets interrupted by Adam Cole. Baby. Try saying Adam Cole, baby, without saying baby. You can't do it. As soon as you say Adam Cole, you gotta say baby. It's like a rule. It's like it's hard-coded in your DNA. It's insane. Adam Cole, baby, interrupts and says he doesn't deserve a title shot. He being Matt Riddle. So Matt Riddle does not deserve a title shot because he's gonna be champion. Adam Cole, baby, is gonna be champion. And that is undisputed. Matt Riddle disagrees. He disputes it. And challenges Adam Cole, baby, to meet him in the ring. Very interesting. Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole for potential contendership towards the North American title. I love the way they're booking the North American title scene. Like, everyone fucking wants that title. It feels hotter to me than the vacant... Well, I guess that we haven't announced that it's vacant yet because Ciampa's still alive at this point in the tapings. But the North American title feels more special to me. It feels more wanted than the NXT title, which is crazy, but also awesome. So moving on, we get another title that's hotly contested, the Women's Championship. We're having a number one contendership match between Bianca Belair and Io Shirai. Shayna Baszler was on commentary, but she very quickly gets involved, causing a no contest. She takes them both out. Then Kairi comes in to make a save, but Kairi just gets choked out. Io comes back in and throws Shayna Baszler out, goes to check on Kairi, but then in comes Shayna Baszler again, chokes her out. Everyone getting choked out. Shayna Baszler just leaving a pile of bodies in her wake, and then backstage she finds out that she is going to defend the title in a fatal 4-way match at the WrestleMania weekend takeover, and she really doesn't seem to care. She does not seem bothered in the slightest, so really cool to see. So we're going to get Shayna Baszler defending the title against Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Kairi Sane. That's going to be a crazy match. I'm looking forward to that. And in the main event, Blackachet, that's what Danders calls them, Aleister Black and Ricochet. Blackachet, I like it. Taking on DIY. Aleister and Ricochet, man, they have really gelled as a team really fast. Their matches are so exciting. I've always been a big Ricochet fan. I have been a fan of Aleister Black as well, but I've never liked him as much as I like him in this tag team. This tag team is doing wonders for Aleister Black as far as I'm concerned. The double sit-down spot was really fun. Ciampa and Gargano are working as vicious heels throughout this match. It was very exciting. Really enjoying Aleister Black's work here. They did a double submission spot with DIY, but really cool counter. Ricochet powers up and DVDs Ciampa into Gargano to break the Gargano escape. Really cool. Ricochet ends up getting the win with the 630 on Ciampa. At some point, Johnny hurt his knee. It's, Ciampa goes to turn on him after the match, but Johnny's like, no. Johnny turns on him first, and of course we're getting Blackachet into the final against the Forgotten Sons. So that is NXT for this week, and I do apologize for not having too much discussion. It's a lot easier when I have someone else to bounce off as well, and also when it is not 10 past 1 a.m. in the morning. Iron Fist review coming soon, but I've just gotten home from that, so I'm feeling quite hot and bothered and ready to call it a night. But I have to edit this still so that you guys can listen to it. If you like what we do, please hit me up on the social media. Leave us comments, send us messages, tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. I am at Greg Unchained on Twitter, at the Greg Unchained on Instagram. We collectively are the B Plus Wrestle on Twitter because wrestling wouldn't fit the B Plus Wrestling everywhere else. Like, share, subscribe, check out our sponsors if you want to help us out, of course, and you can always help us out directly by going to patreon.com/thebplus, where you can get in on our mission to watch global, support local, where we watch and talk about everything, but we really, really are focused on supporting the local graps. Aussie graps is where it's at as far as we can see, and we want to spread that message to the rest of the world. Like, share, subscribe, 5-star review if you like what we do, and thank you so much for listening.
Hold one! Arm drag!
You're not good at this. Get out. Let me tell you a personal story about Vince McMahon.
You just made the list!
So, no speak English.
Dummy! Goodbye and good night! Hold two! Arm bar!
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
It's still real to me, damn it! Dummy! Hold three! The moss covered!